Here at Testify, we teach people, we coach people to get stronger. And because of that, there are two questions that I often get that kind of go along with this topic. One is, how did you get into this? How did a guy who taught high school math and physics for 13 years, how did he end up becoming a strength coach? The long answer to that question involves me starting to coach my high school students and then starting to coach their parents and then discovering this thing called starting strength, and it's more information than you really need to know. But the short version of that is somebody once said to me, the day you can't squat is the day you can't get up off of a toilet by yourself. And the day you can't get up off a toilet by yourself is the day that you can no longer live by yourself. And that pretty much rocked my world from a thinking about strength perspective. So this is why at Testify, this is why we place so much focus on strength. Physically, it's not the only thing, but physically it is the foundational thing. Getting stronger makes everything else easier. When we're younger, when we're in our teens and our 20s, it's the ability to be better at your sport, to be fit and just in general. But as we get older, Strength is independence. It's the ability to play with our kids, play with our grandkids. It's the ability to climb a flight of stairs without being totally out of breath at the end. It's the ability to go down a flight of stairs without being a fall risk. This is why our motto is get stronger, live better. We often talk about the fact that in here, nothing ever really gets easier. We get a little bit stronger, we add a little bit more weight. So it's kind of the curse of getting stronger. You add more weight. But because what we do in here never gets easier, everything else out there becomes easier. When someone gets stronger, suddenly taking that bag of salt down the stairs, no longer is nearly the problem that it used to be, is nearly the risk that it used to be. And the second question that I get before I ramble too much, and I probably already have, is how do you get stronger? What's the most important thing? What is the number one thing that's important in terms of getting strong? And this answer is usually a little bit underwhelming. It is not your program. It is not your technique. These things are real important. Believe me, as a guy, as a gym owner, as a coach, where we coach technique and where we program for our people who come and train here. And we've got everybody from people in their teens all the way to people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. So these are important things. Technique, programming, very, very important things. But the most important thing is consistency, because without consistency, you can have the greatest program in the world, you can have the greatest technique in the world, but without consistency, without showing up, without being steadfast in your commitment to coming into the gym on a regular basis, your technique and your program don't mean anything. And we see this all the time. The people who make the most progress, our members who make the most progress, are not even usually the most physically gifted people. They are the people who show up. They are the people who are consistent, who keep coming to the gym even when life gets in the way. And life always finds a way to get in the way, right? There's sicknesses, there's illness, we've got jobs, families, kids, all of that. But consistency is the number one thing. Being steadfast, being committed to coming in to train, that's the most important thing in terms of getting stronger. We hope this helps you get stronger and live better.